What's up, guys? This is Coach Derrick and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Celebrity Fitness Show, a show where we bring to you local and international celebs. So today on the set we have an amazing lady. So my good friend here is called Alice. Alice, tell us about yourself. Tuambie wewe ni nani and what you do.
Like you said, I'm Alice and I am a life coach.
I have an idea. Mbona usijiintroduce ukifanya bicep curl? Ukiflex. All right, tell us about yourself, Alice.
I help women gain a better understanding of themselves so that they can consciously create the lives that they want.
Yeah.
And I'm a life coach.
So they can create
the life that they desire.
The life they desire.
Yeah. So for example, if you're to come to me, as if you're a lady and you're to come to me, then we'd look at where you are at and what got you there, you know, and where you want to head and what's the gap. And my role as a coach is to come in and help you bridge that gap.
So does it mean me and you share one word?
One word, yes.
Which is?
Coach.
That's why I always tell you, man, you are a bright student. So how is it for you, especially when you're dealing with, by the way, do you deal with men as well?
No. Unless it's in my trainings, because I also do emotional intelligence. And speaking, then that is open to both men and women. But life coaching, specifically, either group or one-to-one, is just strictly ladies.
Emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
So ukiniangalia saizi niko na heartbreak ama ukiniangalia saizi nakaaje. So emotional intelligence as in unaweza ni tell manze I'm in love, I'm going through stuff. So
emotional intelligence is just about not even me but about you understanding your own emotions. And understanding the emotions
kama umeachwa unajiunderstand umeachwa. Kama
umeachwa, how do you go through that process? How do you go through that process? You know, what emotions are you able to manage to understand first?
Yes.
Those emotions, and then how do you manage that?
Yeah.
Because vile unasema, perfect example, kama umeachwa, sometimes we feel so overwhelmed, we can't get out of bed, we stop eating, I can't eat, I can't drink. That's because we are not able to move past this emotion of whether it's frustration, whether it's you know, that heartbreak. What does it mean for you? Does it mean it's you're mourning the loss of that love, or you're feeling like a failure, or you're mourning, you know, sometimes we're in love with love, we're not even in love with the person. So it's just getting to understand yourself on a deeper level, getting to understand your emotions. So at a heartbreak, what exactly does it mean for you? Is
moyo kuvunjika?
But exactly what kind of emotions? You know, we all go through different. For me, it could be pain. For someone else, it could be shame. For someone else, it could be betrayal. For someone else, it could be frustrations of, you know what, I keep on dating the same kind of guys or the same kind of ladies. So, ni kujielewa. So, kama we ujielewe. So, what does this mean for me? You know, what kind of emotions am I going through right now? Then, how do I manage those emotions better? How do I regulate myself? Or handle aje, you know, like I cannot stay in bed for the next 1 month, not eating, not leaving the house, not showering, and we've done that when we didn't know how to manage, you know, these things. So how do I manage myself? How do I talk to myself to be able to tell myself, you know what, okay, fine, this breakup does not define me.
Yes.
Am I hurt? Na sisemi no, ati, you know, the way we pretend that I'm not feeling anything. Sijasikia vibaya. Nimesikia vibaya. Yeah. And what does this tell me? This tells me this about myself. So how do I move on from here? And even just a part of emotional intelligence is being able to express yourself. Because most of us don't know how to.
All right, cool. So Alice, on that point, just hold that right there. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to extend this conversation on this show today. And the first things first, we're going to be working out. So after every 2 sets, after every 2 exercises, we're going to be sitting down.
Okay.
And then we still tutaendelea na hiyo conversation.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. At least tuambie manze, mtu akiachwa. Kwanza mimi kwa hapo kwa kuachwa. Mtu akiachwa. How are you supposed to deal with it?
Okay.
Are you supposed to kill yourself? Because by the way, honestly.
No, neither are you supposed to go attacking the other person. Yeah.
All right, fine, guys. So stay tuned as we proceed to our workouts today. So today we're gonna start by warming up, and then I'm going to introduce to you
ready.
The workouts. And also, by the way, you'll have to tell us how is this emotional and what you do, how you can manage it using what I do.
I love that.
You think we can have that conversation?
Yes, sounds awesome.
So are you ready for workout today?
Yes, I am.
You know, mtu ukifanya some things, Hey, what's up?
Hi, what's up?
How you feeling?
I am tired.
That's only first exercise for 2 sets.
I know. I know. But yeah, I still have energy.
You still have energy? So we were having a discussion previously, you remember?
Yes.
And I asked you, I told you that you're going to have a discussion of how workout and your work is related.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
And maybe the first
What you do, yes.
Yeah, the first thing I can add is you know, when you work out, when I come in, let me talk about myself. Me, when I work out, I end up feeling like, you know, I end up feeling empowered. I end up feeling capable. I feel strong.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm unstoppable. So there's, and I'm sure you'll just add to this, you know, there's release of dopamine, the feel-good hormones.
Yes.
Which are so important when it comes to both your emotional and your mental health.
True.
So most of the time, just, you know, working out will help you feel good.
Yeah.
And then there's also that thing when you work out, you look good. When you look good, you feel good. So that's another very
important aspect.
Yeah, and how those two come in. And the most interesting that I can add here is when it comes to managing emotions. It's so amazing that your physiology, you know, just movement will help you change an emotion. Like how do I put this? Like the intensity of the emotion. Like for example, if you're in a situation where you're very angry, unafiliani tu unataka tu kubomoa huyo mtu. Just something simple as if you're seated and standing up makes a whole lot of difference, because your mind now has to process, your brain has to process, okay, there has been a shift. So it removes that energy that you're putting in the emotions into us processing what has happened. So it's one of the ways that I recommend for my clients. You know, physiology, just change your position and exercise really. I cannot tunaweza kakapa tungempaka kesho about the benefits of exercise. So it's really important.
Alright, fine guys, you've heard that. We're still going on with the conversation. Leo na huyu mrembo anaitwa Alice, guys, get ready for this one. You need to tell us. Of course, I see you on Facebook. I see you have a channel, and you're gonna tell us what's the name of your channel as we go on. I'd like you to tell us, do you think the current the current Kenyan woman is handling emotions or themselves as they ought to be?
It's a very good question.
Yeah. And so what I want us to do, I want us to go to the second phase of our exercise.
Okay.
Then we're gonna come back to that.
All right.
So guys, stay tuned. So as we go on with the conversation, stay right here. What's up? What's up? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Yeah.
How long have you been working out?
I started in 2017, though I wasn't very serious. I remember when I started, oh my God, I used to think, oh, I'm going to the gym, and I'd just, feel like it's punishment. I saw this thing the other day on social media about this phrase, gym intimidation. When you think about going to the gym, unasikia mwili nakata, and that would have probably described how I started.
Okay.
Then and I'm sure you'll just add to this. The more you work out, the more
your body gets used to the metabolism.
Exactly. Now it's gotten to the point where when I don't work out, I feel like there's something amiss. Yeah.
So from our previous conversation, I asked you a question and nikakuuliza, do you think the modern Kenyan woman is handling their themselves as they ought to be? Ama is not the way society expects them to behave, because of course the society is quite diverse. Because wewe unataka mwanamke ambaye amevaa miniskirt, mwenye anafanya this particular kind of job, the one who someone else like this,
something else, mwenye amejifunga kitambaa nguo zimefika.
Is there a blueprint of how a modern or Kenyan woman should behave?
Let me start from that, then go to the emotional intelligence bit, the EQ bit. And this is just my opinion. There is no particular blueprint. Why? Because we are all unique. We are all different. And our diversity is our strength. So I don't have to behave like someone that I saw, or another coach, or another lady who I don't have to behave like them. I don't have to look like them. I don't have to dress like them. I just have to be me. I can only be an imitation of the other. But if I'm authentic, then I'm my true self, and that's where I keep on saying there's so much courage to be authentic, because like you mentioned, society, there's a particular image that the society has of how a woman should be, how she should talk, how she should dress, probably the kind of hairstyle she should have, where she should work, and all that. So I say it takes a lot of courage to be authentic. But please just be you. No one else can be you the way you are. And most of the time we are afraid to be us, because we think, we might not be accepted. What if you don't like me? What if he doesn't like me? What if she doesn't like me? But imagine it's okay. If they don't like you, then you're in the wrong crowd. Your tribe is out there. Just keep moving. Don't dim your light to be able to and to fit in some group or some box. Imagine toka tu tembe, just be you, and you're going to meet your tribe out there.
So according to you, are they being the way they're supposed to be? basing on the current,
Basing, from what I can see, most ladies are trying. There's this image that the media has portrayed, social media has portrayed that most ladies, and I'll speak for the ladies, are really trying to keep up with it,
So pleasing.
Yes, ile tutambia nini watu, so and so, she's hanging out on this holiday. Did you see her on IG? Did you see her on Facebook? She's hanging out with this kind of people. She's driving this kind of a car. She has her hair, I don't know, cost this much. She bought it from. So there's this image of, trying to be how people are on social media. But I keep on saying, I rarely see people putting the other side.
The ugly side.
Yes. Utamatu mtu make a photo dining somewhere.
Pressure.
Exactly. Then you feel pressure and you have no clue what is going on
in their life.
Behind the scenes. Like if you're told, if you're given that chance to exchange and you sit there and you're given their lives, most likely utawezana nayo. But now the thing is, we try so much to copy what other people are doing. Social media is really, it's really getting to people, and it shouldn't be that way.
And by the way, that's why we can see then the end of existence is quite very high nowadays. Like people are very, of course YouTube doesn't allow this word, but end of existence, you know what I mean by that? Because people really want to keep up with others.
Exactly.
So they end up getting frustrated because maybe you don't have the means for you to be like, Alice, you don't have the means to be like Wangeshi, Chieng, So they turn up to even depression comes in.
And let's talk about both genders, because I see the same very young guys, mtu amepata tu job, but ana try kuishi lifestyle ya probably a 50-year-old who has worked for the rest of, his larger part of, but you're trying to keep up with what you're seeing on social media. People are going out and buying, ni sherehe na tunasema tupangangu and all, but imagine jipange kama na thao usiweze 5,000. Exactly. Kama huna tulia tu kwa nyumba. Imagine it's okay. You don't have to be where people are because kuna sherehe na hauna, it's fine. And imagine the fact that hauna leo does not mean
kesho hutakuwa
kesho hautakuwa nayo.
Goje upangwe saa hizi, next time uambie upangwingwi.
Exactly.
So patience is the key.
That is it. Patience is key. Then I wanted to pick something that you mentioned that I really feel strongly about, and that's women and emotional intelligence. And there's so many things that we have normalized, that we think is totally normal, like things like kneel by mouth. Mmekosana na mzee mongeleshani 3 days. Those are signs of low emotional intelligence. When you're asked what's the matter, you can't even express yourself.
Kunyamaziana kwa nyumba.
Iko down. EQ, not IQ. IQ is your intelligence. EQ is emotional intelligence.
Okay, emotional intelligence.
EQ iko down.
Unataka kuniambia nikinyamazia demu yangu like for 2 months kwa nyumba?
2 months, hata 1 day. Even the Bible says, you shall not, this something like a quote, like the sun will not go down when you're still, holding grudges.
Now if it does,
then msiachane, just learn how to express yourself. Learn how to express yourself. No, the reason I'm saying that is because like let's say it's me dating someone and I have that, tukiachana, it's no, the issue is not them, the issue is me. So if I'm not expressing myself juu nimenyamaza, then if I go and I don't know date John, nitapeleka tu hizo tabia tu bado nitanyamaza tu. So nikisema tunanyamaziana, I move on, I'll end up dating 100 people, then I'll keep on wondering how comes I'm always dating the same guy but in different bodies. So it's not about the guys who are coming in. For a dude, it's not about the ladies who are coming in. And that's why I'm such a big proponent of self-awareness. Kaa kwanza ujielewe. And I keep on saying, it's not we usually talk about, I date this type of guys or this type of guys are attracted to me, they're nasty, they're users, they're what. And I keep on saying, that's not the issue, because you're a good-looking lady, you're going to attract, all types of people. So the issue is not them. The issue is, why are you even giving them your number in the first place?
All right, so on that case, this drives us to the next conversation, which we'll pick up once we finish this set of exercise, because we have 2 more to go.
All right.
So now what my question will be, you attract who you are.
Good.
So we pick it up from there.
Fantastic.
So,
yes.
ready?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, you attract who you are. It's a commonly used statement by many, especially when things go haywire or when things go bad. So unasikia watu unajitetea, you attract who you are. That's why like people tend to use that like an excuse, you know, for them to get out of a certain situation that the society is have mulika them on. And basing that, I'll have to ask you a question. Common trending issue, and I would really like you to go to the details, but your view on that. So, you attract who you are.
And that's a very interesting debate, and it could go either way. But the way I look at it is there's a reason why the bully, when if a bully walks in, there's a reason why he or she will pick out on someone, and most of the time they pick out on the person who's most likely to be the weakest, so to
definitely.
speak. So I keep on saying it's not about the bully, it's not about bully pia of course akona nini zake, as in, but the reason why we say, these people did this to us, it's so and so's fault, I always say everything comes back to me.
Yourself
I am 100% responsible, for who I am and for what I attract. So for me not to attract the bully, what will it require of me?
Work on yourself.
Exactly. It will require of me to stand up for myself, to have a voice, to have maybe confidence, to have courage. So if I have those, there is absolutely no way a bully will come to me. The energies, I keep on saying we are energetic beings and our energies connect. That's the reason why the abuser will always be matched with the victim. It's very hard for someone who is an abuser to stay in a relationship where the other person is not, the other person cannot allow them to abuse them. So
before you go on, does that mean if someone at your workplace or even in a formal setup, a family setup or a relationship, if someone is abusing you, does it mean that it's because you've allowed them to abuse you?
Yep. And this is the hard truth. And I'm speaking actually from my own experience. And there's a time in my life I used to say, this and this person is like this, they're always doing this. And of course I'd call a pity party and all my friends would come. And of course we'd just, how dare he, how could he? But the thing is, that person put a gun to my head. I had the choice. I had the choice to say no, no, you can't do this. I had the choice to say no, this is not the right, this is the way I deserve to be treated. But I wasn't. I was just a doormat. So akuniambia lala chini, ni akaniekea gun, let me, acha nijitoe matope on you. It's what he was doing, and I was just matching his energy. And the moment I started getting to understand myself better, like what do I want? And I kept on thinking, relationships are not supposed to be this way. I know it's work, but it's not supposed to be like this kind of work. It's not supposed you're not supposed to be crying like 90% of the time.
You're supposed actually to be happy anyway.
Exactly. Most of the time. Of course, mtakosana here and there, but most of the time a relationship should give you joy. So if you're in that position where a relationship is not giving you joy, stop saying, because most of the time if we say anafanya ama hafanyi, then what you're trying to say is this person has to behave in a certain way to make you happy. So kwanza ujielewe, what is it, what is it about myself? And this was the hardest part for me. It's just understanding what role did I play. I'm saying this person does this, this and this, but in this whole equation, how am I showing up?
Yeah, true.
How am I doing this? And at that point I had the choice to say, okay, fine, I don't like how this is headed, but I can make another choice. Instead of saying, ni fault yake. Okay, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is we always have a choice. Most of the time we think we do not have a choice. It's so much easier to play victim, ni fault yake, tusaidie, tufanye, than it is to wake up and say, by the way, I'm taking 100% responsibility for my own thoughts, for my own emotions, for my own decisions, my own behaviors. So I can't keep on saying, by the way, I'm always drinking because you're always annoying me.
Watu wache kulaumu pombe.
Exactly.
Unasikia watu wache kulaumu pombe. Wache kuwekelea pombe. Anyway, on that case, I wanted to ask you this question. In Swahili they say mganga sijui hajigangi. Hizi lessons zote unatujaribu kutuadvise hapa. Do they work on you?
That's a very good question.
Do they work on you? Because hata daktari akigonjeka aje utampata ameshika sindano hivi. Then he's like anajidunga huko nyuma. Lazima aende kwa daktari mwingine.
Yeah.
That's
a very good question, and I'm liking it because last Saturday I met someone, a lady, and she was kind of like asking me the same question, and I'll just give you the same answer that I gave her. And I would say most of the things that I'm sharing out of my experience. It does not mean I am perfect. It does not mean I have everything figured out.
True.
I am actually learning in the process. I'm learning and I'm sharing as I grow. And I was telling her, people come to me as a coach, not because I do not make mistakes. If anything, oh my God, I think I'm making so many mistakes. But unlike Kitambo, where I would make a mistake and probably beat myself up for months. How could I do this? Nini. I still make foolish mistakes, but instead of beating myself up today, I go like, Alice hapo manage tu vibaya. So, what did you learn from here? Learn from this.
But before you learn, of course, you went through the process of healing and everything. So, kuna mganga uliendea? Guys, mganga I mean.
Yeah, someone to talk to and
advise you.
Even up to now, I still have a very good support system in terms of friends. I have 2 coaches myself. I keep on saying even coaches need coaches because like let's say even coaches need coaches. Hapana cha kusema wewe umefika wewe ni coach, so you'd even for you, I mean, if you want to push yourself more,
definitely.
If you got someone to push you even more, then you can be able to explore more potential of what you have. The same thing, I have 2 coaches that I work with myself. Then I have a great support system. Some friends that I can be able to be very raw and honest with them and tell them, but there you guys, this is what I'm struggling with.
True.
And I'll repeat this again. My clients don't come to me because I have everything figured out. No, on the contrary, they come to me because I understand them. I understand what it means to be frustrated, to feel ashamed, to be angry, to be sad, to be confused, and I'm probably maybe just a step or two at most ahead of them, but there's something that I know. You step moja tu inaweza kasaidia kushika mtu mwingine mkono, mwambie vuka hapa, but not it's not that I have everything figured out. On the contrary,
on the current issues, watu wamekuwa wakitoa ma receipts and you see, I tend to also think this is falling under what you do. People trying to bring out their dirty linen to the public, or side A saying this, side B is saying this, and much of it is matters relationship.
Yeah.
What would you try and advise mtu mwenye, because tuongee kweli leo siku kuna mtu anafikiria manze, allow me to say this, Paul did the right thing, Diana did the right thing, Mike Sonko did the right thing. Kuna mtu anaangalia wale watu kama role models, na ako like si so and so alifanya hivi. Like I was listening to another guy by there, very good anakuwa na ngoma fiti sana, anaitokea RG, alikuwa anasema si hata governor so and so alifanya hivi kwa wife yake akaendea vitu zake. As a coach, do you think it's the right thing to do when you are going through stuff with your partner, or to come out and start parading yourself to the public opinion? And everything?
That's a very good question. No, definitely I'd say no. And back to EQ, it's the lowest form of EQ, emotional intelligence ever. Why? Because someone doing that is hurting.
Okay.
But they're not managing the emotions. You remember when you started, we said EQ is about understanding what you're going through and managing. And kwenda kupatiana risiti, kwenda anika mtu, on Facebook or telling your friends about them, it's because you want them to feel
how you feel.
How you're feeling. That's not the best way to do it. And unfortunately, like you said, we have leaders who are just showing us the wrong thing. It's just because someone has a low EQ as a leader doesn't mean, if anything, that's an example of what you shouldn't be doing, emulating. But no, please guys, that's not the way to do it. Like we said, EQ is about understanding. Okay, I am hurting, but then I hurt because aliniacha. I'm feeling bad. I'm not denying that.
And it's okay by day to hurt.
Exactly. It is part of the process of healing. But most of the time we don't go through that process of healing. So I'm hurting, I want to have them back. And then what we forget is, fine, utendo mwanike nini, does the heart go away? It doesn't. And then what we forget is emotions are not static. They flow. Ni kama saidi ndakuwa nimekasirika, then maybe someone comes in with fantastic news, the emotions go and I'll be excited. What people forget is, I'm hurting now, but then alini break roho yangu, I'm hurting, but it won't be like that forever if I am able to process those emotions. But most of us don't go to the next step. I'm hurting, so lazima ni revenge. I'm hurting, lazima ataniona. What's the best way? Alifanya hivi na hivi, niko na hii siri yake, leo nitamwanika. Then what?
Alright guys, you've heard it from Alice, the life coach. Ndio huyo mwenyewe, si ndio? So Alice, I want you to look at this camera.
Okay.
30 seconds. Sikupei mingi. 30 peke yake. So I want you to talk to any woman who's watching you. Tell them why they should work out in relation to a way of managing or self-knowing. You call it self what?
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Yes. 30 seconds.
Okay. I'll speak to not even the ladies, I'll speak to everyone. And working out is so crucial. Because like we were mentioning when we were starting, you get to feel good. It increases bone, especially for ladies, it increases bone intensity, because as you age, there's this thing called osteoporosis or something. It's just it's loss of bone mass. And working out, especially strength training, really does help with that. Working out reduce the risk of diabetes and heart disease. It makes you feel good. It helps, of course, in fat loss and in building muscle. And that's the reason why you should work out. And don't work out because you're doing it for 5 minutes, or work out, you look good for December, and then after that, Nivo, make it a lifestyle.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is Celebrity Fitness Show, and this is your one and only Coach Derrick. Guys, always remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell down there, so that anytime you upload a video,
Yes.
you're gonna be the first person to
Yes.
Watch it.
Subscribe. Yeah.
na by the way kutuambia channel zako ni gani by the way?
Oh, yes. My handles, Facebook, The Conscious Coach, same as IG, and YouTube, The Conscious Coach.
So watu wakitaka
Yes, tupatanisha
waongeleshe.
kwa mtandao. Yes. Yes.
and they can also book you.
Yes.
Ndio?
Yes.
Wakuja wakae nawe chini.
Yeah, for ladies, yes.
Not for men. So wanaume mazee, bye. Wanaume na wacheki si wanaume mazee, ni madem peke yake.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much guys for watching and till next time. Bye.